Yo, Kipis Guy here. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have made new friends in Wimaxit who have sent out their multi-touch portable monitor that allows you to do a lot of really cool things, whether that's in the home theater space, the gaming community, or even in the workplace. So let's go ahead and talk about what this is. So again, this is a 15.6-inch portable 1080p monitor with some really cool features. And what you get inside the box, there are a couple different cables. You have two USB Type-C cables, one for power and one for connectivity. You also have a HDMI to mini HDMI because you are able to plug up different sources to this monitor. As you can imagine, you get a microfiber cleaning pad and an owner's manual to get things started. You also have a felt stand that also acts like a case. Let's go ahead and talk about this case. So it's a really nice material, soft on the outside and the inside. It's like a tri-fold, quadruple fold type of material that you can use as a prop, or you can use it to cover it when you are on the go. Now, I really like this in theory, but there are some complaints that I have. But here's how you use it as a stand. You want to line the bottom of the monitor up to that very bottom line kind of groove that they've built, and then there is a magnetic strip at the top. You just kind of snap it into place and it rests there. And I thought that it would be a problem when touching the screen because it is a touch screen, but doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. But it does hold the stand well, or the monitor I should say. Now you do have two different heights. This is the lowest height that you can kind of angle it, or you can angle it higher. And here's kind of a flat profile how it looks whenever you close the case over top of it. Keeps it nice and protected. Surprisingly, during use, I can touch the screen pretty aggressively and nothing happens, but if you touch too high on top of the screen, it does fall every now and then. Now let's talk about the monitor just a little bit. You do have a few buttons on either side, the power button, the volume up and down, that also is your menu and enter button, and then you do have a dedicated headphone slot too that I'm very happy to see. The other side is where all the connections are made. Again, two USB Type-Cs, one will be used for power, the other one can be used for a connection for whatever device. You have your HDMI to mini HDMI port and an OTG port. Now, if you don't have headphones or don't want to use the headphone output, they do have dedicated speakers on either side, stereo pair. We'll get to hear that compared to something like a Microsoft Surface here in just a moment. What I didn't expect to see is actually a VESA mount option. So if you want to use this for the gaming community or an editing setup, whatever you have, you can mount this on a VESA mount and use it as a second monitor. Now, I said you had the menu button that you can use also as a volume up and down, and this is where one of my complaints are. Once you get used to it, going through the menus is fine. You can change the picture, the color options, brightness, eco, volume, but the same menu button is also your enter button and your toggle switch up and down, and sometimes it can be a little bit finicky. The power button actually acts as a back button, so when you're going through menus, that's how you get out of your menu. To the left of the portable monitor is a Microsoft Surface, the newest one that's available, so we can kind of see the difference in size and in the picture quality. Of course, the Microsoft Surface is 4K versus the portable monitor being 1080p, but honestly, the picture isn't bad. You really see a difference in the black levels, but other than that, it doesn't look too bad. And right now we have it plugged up in the HDMI mode, and so it's just pretty much mirroring the Microsoft Surface screen over to the monitor on the right side. So you guys can see me going through YouTube, kind of playing different videos, and you guys can see that it responds just fine and looks pretty good. One of the cool features about this portable monitor is if you plug this up to a device that isn't touchscreen, you can actually use this monitor as a touchscreen option. So it only works on Windows, but if you have a laptop that isn't touchscreen, or maybe a PC setup that is not touchscreen, you can actually sync this together pretty much automatically, and you can use the secondary monitor as a physical touchscreen option. So really cool for those who have a laptop that isn't touchscreen. Let's compare the built-in speakers of the portable monitor to something like the Surface.
TV itself makes this one of the smoothest operating UIs in the industry, rivaling Google's very own Google TV interface. Switching through the apps is so quick, maybe even faster than my new 3rd Gen Fire TV Cube. One of the smoothest operating UIs in the industry, rivaling Google's very own Google TV interface. Switching through the apps is so quick, maybe even faster than my new 3rd Gen Fire TV Cube.
Speakers aren't bad on the portable monitor, they're doable. I expected more being this size, but they'll definitely get the job done. Now we're still plugged via HDMI to mini HDMI, but we're gonna change to extended mode, and this allows you to use one monitor for one function and then the other monitor for something else. So you can surf the web here on the left side and then open up a different app on the right. So you're allowed to now have 2 screens going with this portable monitor, which is really what it's used for. Have a multitasking system so that you can do one thing on one monitor and handle business on the other. Maybe you want YouTube as your side monitor and your main monitor has your workspace, or maybe in a home theater world you want a movie playing here, but you also have the next movie ready and loaded up on the other monitor. It's really cool. You can also just use this portable monitor as your dedicated monitor. As you can see, the Surface Pro is a lot smaller than this 15.6-inch monitor, so maybe I need a bigger screen. I can use this as my full-on main primary screen instead of using the Surface, and that's a really cool feature as well. But if I want to use it as dual monitor, I always have that option, or I can mirror it and have the same thing on the screen at once. Here's more of an example using 2 different screens to do 2 different things. There's a lot of possibilities with having 2 monitors. Again, in a home theater world, at the workplace, maybe just a gaming setup, or you're an editor, there's a lot of things you can do with a second monitor. I'll leave a link down below to this. You guys can see the price of it as well as getting your own. And I believe if you go on Amazon right now, there is a discount on purchase. So definitely check that out when you guys get the chance. Thank you so much to Wimaxit for sending this out to me for review. Really cool product, and hope to do more with you guys in the future. Subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.